For more news, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Iran Army Chief threatens to teach Israel a good lesson after tanker targeted. Mohammad Bagheri warns of military response, implies Israel behind attack on Iranian vessel off Syria, amid sky-high tensions, and talks over renewing nuclear deal. Iran's Armed Forces Chief Mohammad Bagheri on Sunday threatened to teach Israel a very good lesson, appearing to hint the Jewish state was behind an attack on an Iranian tanker off Syria's coast over the weekend, but stopping short of blaming Jerusalem directly for the incident. Bagheri told reporters, "We don't announce anything about the incidents that happened recently, nor do we know who did it, but the resistance front will teach Israel a very good lesson," according to several Iranian journalists. Israelis think they can keep hitting Syria and making mischievous moves elsewhere, and in the seas, and not receive any response, said Bagheri, according to tweets by Iranian journalists Reza Khaasteh and Aslani. The moves made in the past few days and future moves against their interests will bring them to their senses, Bagheri added. It is not clear how Iran will respond, but Israel will not remain peaceful. Bagheri seemed to be referring to recent apparent targeting of an Iranian tanker off Syria's coast on Saturday, outside the Banias refinery, which allegedly killed at least 3 people, according to a pro-opposition war monitor. Israel's Channel 12 News said Saturday night, however, that nobody was injured in the incident and that the resulting fire caused no significant damage. Channel 13 News said the fire apparently had nothing to do with Israel. The attack came after a Syrian officer was killed and 3 soldiers wounded last week in strikes launched by Israel, after a Syrian anti-aircraft missile fired at an Israeli Air Force jet went off course and landed in the Negev desert. Israel has long sought to prevent Iran from establishing itself in war-torn Syria. In a report published last month that cited U.S. and Middle East officials, The Wall Street Journal said Israel had targeted at least a dozen vessels bound for Syria and mostly carrying Iranian oil since late 2019. In recent months, at least 3 Israeli-owned cargo ships have been damaged in alleged Iranian attacks, one in the Gulf of Oman, another as it was sailing to India, and the most recent near the UAE. If you liked this video, hit the notification button for more news from Middle East. Thank you for watching.